All right, I'm gonna repeat the process, rub the entire guitar down, starting with the compound and working my way all the way to the two sealers. I've taken the tuners off so I can work on the headstock easily. It's going to be very light. This fretboard is in immaculate shape, this rosewood. The other reason I think this guitar is in such great shape is the fretboard is assigned. This guitar, I don't believe, got a lot of playtime, or he took immaculate care of it. So, tiny few things. The only other piece of damage I found was right there. Pretty obvious. Fell over, hit something. Not going to do anything about that. It's just part of the character of the guitar. But very, very, very light with the compound. Just enough to take off some of the, imperfections. Just the graininess, the feel, just with your hand. And I've wiped it down with a damp, wet cloth. Luckily, there's not a lot of dirt and debris that have to get cleaned off this guitar at all. So I did clean off any kind of dirt stuff. So that's it. I might show a video of a little bit of applying some of this stuff. But first step is to cover this fretboard with blue painter's tape. I don't want to get any of these products on that fretboard. Be sanding it just to get it out would be a pain. All right, thanks. So here's the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. I put just the tiniest dab on there, you can see, and then I just tapped it on there. So here's how I apply it. So just lightly rub it in there, because this is a good finish. What I really want to do is just get any kind of tiny little micro scratches and rough kind of, it's just a dry wood feeling, I guess. So it just feels smooth, and that's about it. That's about all I'm going to do to this little piece, because this piece actually looked really great. And then I'll just take a rag and I'll buff it all off. And you can see that I'm not using a whole lot of pressure on this. As a matter of fact, this guitar is just on a stand. I'm doing it one-handed. It's not like I'm rubbing out a finish. So let me rub this a little bit better, and then I'll come back and take another picture. All right, that's it rubbed out. Looks fantastic. And well, there's some light shining, but there's really not compound in here. Just want to make sure you get any compound out of cracks. There was a couple of fingerprints right here. I think just from handling that, when I cleaned it with the the damp cloth, and that's a scratch. But anyway, I couldn't get the fingerprints out, and I wiped it and wiped it and wiped it, and this buffing compound, even as lightly as I applied it, that fingerprint is gone. And I've looked at it without the camera, and I'm like, nice. So I'm really happy that I am rubbing out the whole guitar. It's just taking off some weird, some fingerprint stuff that's stuck in the finish or things like that. And it does feel smoother. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure to this unless you're repairing some kind of scratch or something. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to do the neck. Again, there's just some 55 years of a little bit of, I don't know, dryness or something. But I put a little dab on there, and that's too much. And that's too much. But anyway, let's see. I can't film and do it on the same hand. Couple dabs up here, and this might be too big of an area, so I'll work it in just kind of like that, back and forth and circular. And let me shut this off so I can get this on and off. Don't leave this stuff on. Don't let it dry. get it on and get it off as fast as you can. Okay, so let me do that and then I'll get back. Okay, here's a video of this section and it looks shiny, amazing, beautiful Favilla. And the reason I'm reshooting this video on applying these three products that I use to preserve this guitar is actually I did the entire top and then I shot the video on the product, and I didn't shoot any video of how I applied it. And one of my YouTube followers actually mentioned it, like, your video doesn't talk about how to put this stuff on, what you did. So I got a little bit right there, got to clean off. Anyway, so I reshot it. And that follower is my wife. Okay, be careful not to get any on the top that you already did. So let's see. You know, I did through here and I did down through here, and it is smooth. With this glove, I can feel it. When you get down here, you can just feel just the friction. It's just not as smooth, but this smooth. And just like when you wax your car out and you use these two Meguiar, the compound and the polish, and then the polymer sealant, and then that wax, that ultimate wax collide. This thing's going to be so smooth you can Bo Duke slide across the hood, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's coming out great. It's coming out fantastic. Another little imperfection right there that I'm not going to do a detailing, like go in there and but there was a rub here that I rubbed out. The other one is there's some imperfections. So you ask, why do you have to put this compound on? Do you have to put a compound rub on before you do a polish? In my opinion, woodworking, yes you do, because any of these like rubs or imperfections or fingerprints or just things that you know when you clean with whatever you clean with, water, damp cloth, you're going to polish them. You're going to polish them in there not permanently, but they're going to be stuck in there. What you want to do is you want to rub them out and get them out of there. The other one is this seam right here is just a seam, and you can feel it. And compound got stuck in there. And so when you're doing this, come back in here with a toothpick and you clean out. Don't leave this. You don't want to leave like white residue. And this is a little opening in the binding. There's nothing in there, I made sure. But yeah, you don't want to leave any kind of white wax in there, and you get that from like car detailing or wax in a car around all the moldings or stuff. You don't want to leave that. It just makes your job look not very good finish wise. And you can kind of tell it's a little duller over there. A few little, these are just scratches, rubs, and this is a lot cleaner. So rub it out with a compound first, then put a polish on, and then a sealer. All right, I've done the sides, and it is just so smooth feeling right now. And I use very little product. Get it on there, get it off, and you can see the shine. This is a 55-year-old finish lacquer, and it has some, you know, patina cracks right there. You can see some of them, but it just feels so silky smooth right now. Just with the compound, haven't even put the polish or the sealers on it. It's going to be even more smoother and just beautiful, but you have to use the compound. But it looks fantastic. It's so slick and so smooth. It feels, I don't know. Maybe you don't want your guitar this smooth. Maybe you don't want it this shiny or slick or slip right out of your hands. You know, when it's this product, it smells good. It smells really nice. Meguiar, they make nice smelling products now. So anyway, get it out of there. Don't make sure. I got in there with a toothpick again in that rag. And again, protect the fretboard. This compound gets down in that ebony or rosewood fretboard in the grain. Oof. I'm not sure you could even get it out. So anyway, do the back. See how the back's kind of grimy? And then I'll take another picture of the back. And well, that's going to take me probably 15-20 minutes to do this whole thing just with the compound. Okay, I forgot. There's a little crack right there. They haven't repaired yet, and I still want to finish this back. So what I'm going to do is I stripped out a thin strip. I'm going to tape it and finish the back. And then I'll come back and repair that. And then I may have to spot finish just that spot, but I don't want any of this product down inside there. Okay, there's the tape over the crack. And I'm not worried about it, mostly because I don't rub this on real hard. I mean, you saw, I'm just going like that. This doesn't have anything on it, and you can see just the little bit that I put on there. So it's not like, but I still don't want any product in there. And I plan on, I've clamped this already once to look at it, and I see the crack on the inside. It's very, very tight. I plan on super gluing it from the inside, clamping it so it's tight, and then I can see the crack, and then from the inside just put a thin bit of bead. I'll put some wax paper here and a clamp, and then I'll peel it off, and if that needs any finishing, then I'll do it. I don't want a big old buildup of a line of super glue, and I'm scraping and I'm having to do a whole big area. So that's the approach I'm going to take on that. It's got a little wear right here. We'll come back and see if that came out. All right, see. Okay, I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply this again. So I did this half in 3 sections. And here, and then I'm going to do right here. I'll work this area here a little harder when I get to that. But that's it. Just rub this on, and it still looks shiny and wet. I'm done. And then rub it off of there. But I don't go any bigger in sections than that. I mean, don't leave this on your guitar. Keep turning your towel. Okay, so if you can tell, but it looks a little hazy there, and then here's just a little richer on this side. And then I kind of went up to the tape, and again, this side just looks maybe like just a film, and this just looks a little, well, it has a compound on it, so it is like a lotion. So yeah, sure, it's gonna look a little richer. There's a little rub right there. I'm gonna work on that and work on that a little bit. All right, there's the completed product. Sides look a little bit better than the front. Than the back. Back's had more wear. It's up against somebody. And body. No buckle wear at all. So it didn't have a buckle on. And oh, this, let's see. Did I get this out? This rub right here across the top is from the case. And a little bit of it's still there. I'm not going to go crazy trying to get that out of there. Just, again, it's 50-year-old guitar, and it's part of the character, 55-year-old. It's a tiny little scratch. I'm not detailing it out. Going in there with, I don't know, maybe a tiny little paintbrush and some lacquer retarder. You could get it right on those edges, and it would melt, I think, right back together. I'm not doing that. Maybe I should. Maybe I will after the fact. Another shot of it. So basically, all I've done is clean it with some warm water and the buffing compound, and rubbed it all out. That buffing compound just cleaned it, took all the fingerprints, all the little pieces of grime off of it. The warm water got any soap out of it. Golly, look at the condition of this guy. It just keeps amazing me how good it is. Looks, that's all clean. This is a beautiful guitar. Any way you look at it. So, All right, thank you. I'll go on to the next two compounds. I'll bring them in. We're not going to really, it's the same application process, but it's McGuire's polish. And it was in another video. I had to redo this because I didn't show how I applied it. McGuire's polish, and then Jesscar Power Lock Plus, and then Colinite 845 wax to seal it, those last two products. Let me bring them down. And then I'll have a last video of how it looks completely. Then the entire guitar is preserved. And those three products, you know, they claim it'll preserve a automobile's finish for, you know, 8 to 10 months outside. You put that on this guitar, this lacquer, instead of the lacquer on your Mustang, and I guarantee it'll probably protect it for, I don't know, years. Okay, thanks. Okay, these are the products in order. The compound to clean it, get any imperfections off, fingerprint stains, what have you. But it'll rub out some buffs. The polish will shine it up really nice. Then these two products, Jesscar Power Lock Plus and Colinite 845 insulator wax. These are sealants. They're going to seal this finish. And use as little of this product as you can, just a dab, and put it on thin, get it off quickly. Don't let it dry on your guitar. If it does dry on your guitar, put some more on just that area and get it on and off right away. It'll come off. So you don't need to see me put dabs of lotion on a guitar and get it off of there. And this stuff will last you forever. So let me finish this guitar, and then I'll take a video when it's completely done, or a picture at least. Oh, and then let me see, Pan the Organizer and Matt over at Obsessed Garage have a great video on car detailing, specifically talking about these two products and how they bond together. Jesscar Power Lock Plus, you want to put it on, wait at least 3 hours. They say for a second coat or any coat, but I wait usually a day before I put the Colinite wax on, but you got to wait at least 3 hours before you wax it after the power lock. So I'll get these two products on, the polish and the power lock, and I'll take a picture and video, and I won't be able to put the Colinite on until tomorrow. Thanks. All right, I did this section with the polish. And I was about to say that, or think that you could put on the two sealants with just the compound, but there's no way. When I put that polish on, it really shined this up. You can't put the polish on without the compound because you'll be sealing in any of those imperfections. You'll just be locking them in there. You could possibly put the two Power Lock Plus and the sealant on after the compound and not use the polish, but why would you want to? Why would you want to skip a step and miss something? Look at that. It's amazing, the gloss on this. Okay. Okay, another tip. There's another reason I'm doing this in a well-lit room. It's hard to show, but on here, after you put these layers on and wipe them off, and you're trying to see if you accidentally left some dry material on there, it's really helpful to have this, you know, the sunlight behind me, and I can see, and I'm inspecting it, and if I find an area that's, you know, hazy, that has finish on there, then I can get the applicator and put a little bit of, I don't even have to put any on it, just the applicator has enough. Rub it on and then right away buff it off. So do it in a well-lit room. Gives you nice reflections. I don't know if you can see this, but with every layer, this finish just gets more and more rich and beautiful. So just when I thought maybe the compound was enough, it definitely is not. So Looks really, really, really good. Can't wait to get the, yeah, there we go. Just look at that. Beautiful mahogany. Shiny. And I'm putting this on thin, tiny little sections, just like that area right there on the top. That is it. Not putting it on very heavy at all. The thinner the better. You don't want a big old buildup on your guitar. But look at that. That is just getting so rich. And then I haven't even put the two sealers, the Just Power Lock, and then that that Cullinite. Oh, you're gonna just blow your mind away when you see how rich those make it look. All right, thanks.